Well, the Matildas are furious tonight, and Triple M radio host Marty Sheargold has been taken off air following disparaging comments that he made about the team on his program.
Australian comedian Marty Sheargold has been sacked after he made jokes about the Australian women's soccer team, the Matildas. And I don't know how you could make jokes about women's soccer. There is nothing funny about women's soccer. And unfortunately, there's not much good about it either, according to the average fan attendance of 1,600 people per game. But that can't be right. You would think from the amount of people who called up to complain about Marty Sheargold's jokes, that number would be a lot higher. It's a real shame no one cares about women's soccer.
The Matildas were the most watched thing ever on Australian television.
Surprising. This is a Matildas team that continues to sell out stadiums. This is a Matildas team that has 2 games upcoming against South Korea in Sydney and Newcastle. Those tickets are going like little hot rockets there.
What the fuck are hot rockets? There aren't many Matildas that like hot rockets. If you know, you know. But more to the point, they were the most watched thing ever on Australian TV. And tickets for the next games are selling like, well, hot rockets apparently. So what's the problem? They're getting plenty of support. The problem is they've been called out for playing shit when Marty Sheargold said this on his show.
You know what they remind me of? Year 10 girls. Now, I'm sorry to undermine the whole sport, but that's what I think of it, so you can stick it up your ass.
We're 12 months out from Australia hosting the Women's Asian Cup. We have a bit of running.
The Asian Cup. I'd rather hammer a nail through the head of my watch that. Got any men's sport?
All right, let me just make sure I understand this properly. As a Matilda, you can racially abuse a police officer, but if anyone says anything negative about you,
but it's just completely unacceptable and
disgusting, it is revolting, and we now know that it is completely unacceptable.
For more, we're joined by commentator and retired player Grace Gill. Grace, thanks for joining us. What was your reaction when you first heard the comments?
To be honest, a level of disbelief. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, what I was listening to, just out and out misogynistic remarks.
Jesus Christ, you wouldn't want to share a bag with her, would you? Of course, any negative comment towards the Matildas is unacceptable because it's misogynistic. It wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that the only thing shittier than their form is the name of their fucking tournaments. Shebelieves Cup. That's shithouse. But they're not playing well, and when you don't do your job well, you get criticised. Everyone keeps crapping on about when they finished 4th in the World Cup, and that was a fantastic result. But a lot has happened since then. They went to the Olympics and got absolutely smashed, and now they're getting pumped harder than a cucumber in their locker room at this Shebelieves fucking tournament.
And that's amazing because the young kids wanting to come and see the team play, they don't want to hear that kind of negative narrative around this amazing team.
Why do you think there continues to be a discrepancy in the way the public perceive male versus female sport?
I think large in part it's the media's responsibility. It's what we do. It's how we talk about these teams.
It's not the media's fault. I'll tell you whose fault it is. Lesbians. Listen up, lesbians. If you want people to come start watching you play soccer, get out there and start kicking a ball around and stop chasing skirt. If you're worried about women getting lonely, I'll send a representative around from this organisation I'm a part of called Men, and we'll get better at going down on yous. But you have to make a choice. You can either be better than us at kicking a ball, or you can be better than us at going down on women, but you can't have both. With that being said, of course it's only women who are getting upset over Marty's jokes. I mean, no man is a big enough pussy to get upset over these jokes.
Just shocking comments that anyone could think it, let alone say it. Completely unacceptable.
I stand corrected. But no one is more upset than this Sheila. And this Sheila is a complete piece of shit. Wait till you hear what she says.
I'm so sick and tired of this kind of language. I'm so sick and tired of this vitriol. I'm so sick and tired of this sense of humour. There will be people out there who think that he will have been hard done by with this, who laughed along with what he was saying. And to them, I just say, get a new sense of humour. Because if you are understanding and accepting the premise of his comments as humour or funny, then you are also accepting then that women's sport, the butt of the joke, again and again and again.
How about fuck you? How's that sound? You can't tell people what to find funny, the same way you can't tell people what music to like. And women's sport would go a long way if they stopped demanding that we like and adore and support them, and they just fucking played good and gave us a reason to. Not everyone has to have the same fucking opinion. Marty doesn't like women's sports. That's fine. A lot of women don't like fucking men's sports. I've noticed I've been using the angle as well. Oh, what if young girls hear this and it discourages them from playing sport? Well, listen up, ladies. You can tell those girls to do one of two things. You can tell them to have a big fucking sook, which is what yous are doing, and how's that working out for you? Or you can fucking show some grit and go, fuck you, I'm going to prove you wrong. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is another nail in the coffin of Australian comedy when a comedian gets sacked for making pretty accurate jokes and just not having the popular opinion. But anyway, talk to me in the comments, let me know what you think, and until next time,
Ta-ta and farewell.